The last thing we want to be said about us is that we're fools. Foolish people lack common sense and good judgment. Foolishness leads to ruin and shame in our lives. Wisdom, on the other hand, leads to success and peace. A book in the Bible is dedicated to wisdom. It's called the Book of Proverbs. Proverbs helps you develop practical wisdom for living in God's world. The Proverbs in the biblical scriptures are not just good advice. They are God's invitation to learn wisdom from previous generations. When we talk about wisdom, we've got to start with King Solomon. He was the wisest man in the ancient world. The Lord appeared to Solomon during the night in a dream, and God said, "Ask for whatever you want me to give you." Solomon replied, "I'm a child. I do not know how to carry out my duties. So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. Since you have asked for this, and not for long life or wealth for yourself, nor have asked for the death of your enemies, but for discernment," God said, "I will give you a wise and discerning heart, so that there will never have been anyone like you, nor will there ever be. I will give you what you have not asked for, both wealth and honor." So, God gave Solomon wisdom and very great insight. He was wiser than anyone else, and his fame spread to the nations. Kings of the nations heard of his wisdom and sent people to listen. Solomon collected knowledge on plants and animals, and he spoke over 3,000 proverbs and wrote over 100 songs. In the Proverbs, you will read short sayings on life-related topics. There's wisdom for fathers and mothers, about anxiety and worry, truth and lying, anger and peace, good company and bad company. There are dozens of insights pointing out positive virtues and bad morals. Lady Wisdom is speaking in chapter 9, and she says, "Leave your simple ways and you will live. Walk in the way of insight. Instruct the wise and they will be wiser still." Let's look at a few examples of Solomon's wisdom for us. They speak for themselves and need very little explanation. In chapter 6, verse 32, "But a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself." In chapter 10, verse 1, "Hatred stirs up conflict, but love covers over all wrongs." In 12:25, "Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up." And in verse 26, "The righteous choose their friends carefully, but the way of the wicked leads them astray." 14:23, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty." 19:26, "Whoever robs his father and drives out their mother is a child who brings shame and disgrace." And then back to chapter 5, verse 1, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." The Proverbs are not promises. They are not a 100% guarantee. If you follow them, things are more likely to go well for you. Wise people tend to do better. Things tend to work out for them. But there are the exceptions, and you can read Job for an example. So, just where does someone find the humility to seek wisdom? We could say that it comes from respecting and obeying the Lord. So listen to this from Proverbs 1:7. "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline." Now, this fear does not mean being terrorized by a malevolent being. God is not like the so-called gods of spiritual darkness who demand to be appeased or face retribution. Neither is it the angst you feel toward an over-demanding parent. The fear of the Lord is a healthy reverence and awe for the Lord. It's embracing God's definitions of right and wrong. It's honoring God, our Creator, and discovering practical wisdom. Which brings us to our key spiritual insight. A healthy reverence and awe for the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Through Proverbs, you can gain practical wisdom for your life. Wisdom will save you from wicked men and the adulterous woman. Wisdom will protect you and watch over you. Wisdom will build your homes and make them strong. May you be wise and see many good days. And those, my friends, are words of hope.